Everyone, today we are going to see how to implement Google Map in our Android project. So basically start a new project. If you are one of my students, so we had been doing everything with empty projects until now, but for now we're going to use Google Map activity. I'll tell you what stuff Android Studio adds to this if we use this template. So basically the application is going to be my map application. Okay, and then our language is going to be Java. MYSQL is API 21, which is fine. Let's hit finish. Now, while the project is building, I'd like to tell you that the map library comes from the Google Play Services library, which is not actually integrated into the Android Studio, but we need to add external dependency to it. But if we are using that template, that map template, those steps are already done for you, like those dependency statements are already added for you. I'll show you what things are added using map activity template. Also, I'd like to open my screen if it's possible, because strcpy. Okay, so the project is building. It will of course download some additional libraries if it's not present in your system, so please connect to your internet while you're doing this, and then build it. Of course, I'm not connected to my internet. Let me do that quickly. Turn on. Okay, so my internet is connected. Now I'll allow this project to build. Meanwhile, let me check if my screen is being displayed here or not. Okay, not yet. So in case the project build fails, please try to connect to your internet connection. Please make sure that your internet is working, and then just rebuild your project again. It should work fine. Okay, the project build is almost complete. I'll take you to some files which Android Studio the system has added itself. So let me first go to build.gradle, the app level build.gradle, and then see the dependency statement here. As you can see, none other statements are new for you, but this is a new statement for you. So this is basically for the map library that we use, that comes from Google Play Services library. Okay, so this is the statement. So yeah, if you're building a very fresh project, and then if you want to integrate maps to your project, you basically need to add this dependency statement, step 1. Okay, so after that, I'm going to take you to my layout file. Let's see what a layout is. So as you can see, we only have one component in our layout, which is a fragment. So again, if I'm a student, I've taught you in my class that we basically use frame layout to switch fragments or to show fragments. What frame layout does is it allows us to load fragments from Java, but in this case we're using a widget called fragment. For now, nothing is new here. We know that we have to give an ID. We also know that we have to assign height and width here. One thing new that you can see here is Android name. So this is a constant thing. You cannot change this. This will always remain the same. So yeah, if you're using fragment, or like if you're using maps in your application, in your fragment, you always give this Android name here. Okay, so yeah, that's the layout. Let me go to maps activity. So now what it's done here is, since we've used fragment in our layout, so instead of app compat activity, here comes fragment activity. It's all the same. The base or the root class or the parent class is the activity itself, and then and then app compare activity, fragment activity, action bar activity, and these other classes all extend the same class activity. So yeah, you get to use the lifecycle methods here even if you're using fragment activity. Now this is an interface which I'm going to talk to you about after some time. So let me go here. So these two statements basically bind your layout here. So yeah, if you can just replace it by set content view r.layout.activity_maps. That works fine. Now the main part is here. Now what this does is it obtains the support map fragment, and then it gets notified when the map is ready to use. So basically what we've done here is, if we go to the layout, you can see the support map fragment class associated to this fragment here, right? So basically creating an object of that same class and then assigning our fragment ID here. So our ID is maps, yeah, map given here, and then we are assigning the same ID here. Now this is similar to an event handling. Basically when we do button.setOnClickListener, new onClick listener, it's the same thing, but it's done for map fragment. So basically what we've done here is map fragment dot and then some kind of function like setOnClickListener. We have get map async here, and then instead of doing new onClick listener, what we have done here is we've done this. So basically what was needed to be returned there is implemented in the class declaration itself. So basically we needed a onMapReady callback, which could be implemented using new onMapReady callback down here too. Okay, so basically onMapReady callback is an interface which contains a function called onMapReady, and then it has a parameter of Google Map object here. So after this, what we're going to do is, if you see here, we have a Google Map object initialized here. So basically the map object passed through that interface will be initialized in our mmap object, and after that we have a lat_long class. So everything in Google Map deals with latitude and longitude. Any particular place that you want to refer to, you can get the latitude and longitude value of that. So basically in this case a latitude of -34 and a longitude of 151 is given here, and then it's integrated into the lat_long class. So so lat_long class is the one which you're going to be using the most if you're using maps here. So basically the given latitude and longitude value refers to a marker in Sydney. So what we've done is we first initialize our lat_long value here, and after that we have added a marker to that particular latitude and longitude value, and then we've moved our camera towards that particular location here. So that's what's done here. We need one more thing here. If you go to our manifest now, you cannot run this project in this state because Google Maps is basically a service of Google which you are not authorized to use until and unless you complete some kind of authorization steps or something. So yeah, you can see that in this manifest file. Go to your manifest file, and then if you scroll down here, you can see a new content called metadata here. The name will always be the same again, com.google.android.geo.api key, and then you need to retrieve your API key from somewhere and then paste it, and then paste your API key here. Now where are you going to retrieve this API key from? So if you go through this documentation, okay, to do before you run an application, you need a Google Maps API key again, like I said. So to get one, follow the directions here. You can just open this link and then read the description given in this link. So let's open this and then see what's written here. Okay, so yeah, Google Map, and enter. So basically what we need to do is, I'll tell you in short about this. So we need to go to Google Console library, okay, and then we first need to create a project there, and after creating the project we basically need to enable, since Google provides us with a lot of libraries, we need to enable Google Maps API for Android, and after that we need to create credential for it, and then just basically copy that API key into our project. So let's, okay, so before you start using Maps SDK for Android, you need a project with a billing account again, like I said, and then you need a Map SDK for Android enabled. Okay, we'll do that. So just go to okay, what is this URL? No, I wanted to go here. Okay, so actually I'm going to go to console.developers. I'm not sure if the URL is the same, so Google console library for now. Okay, let me search this. Okay, so basically go to this console.cloud.google.com and then API/library. Okay, so like I said, what you need to do first is you need to create a project if you don't have one. If you have one, you can just select that project and then use it. Okay, I'm not sure if the project list is already full for me. I'll check it and then I'll let you know. Okay, so I have few projects here that have already created, I guess. So okay, yeah, so I do have some projects. Well, I'll first show you all the libraries that I have. So only for maps we have these many libraries, almost 15 libraries. Maps SDK for Android, Maps SDK for iOS, Map JavaScript API, Places API, Roads API, Directions API. You'll get every other APIs here, and for you also have it for machine learning. You also have it for Google Workspace, YouTube, social, advertising, and everything else. What we're concerned basically is with Maps SDK for Android. So again, if you don't have a project here, you'll see create a new project or something like that here. So yeah, just click on that and then hit on new project. Well, I'll see if I am allowed to. Okay, so you have 29 projects remaining in your quota. Okay, so yeah, I do have some projects. I can just like maps activity here. I'll like give any project name, that's fine. It's fine. So create. Okay, so now my project is being created. I'll wait for this to complete. Okay, yeah, so the project is created. Let me select this project, and then once I select this project, you can see this name here. Now I'm going to go to Maps SDK for Android and just enable this library. And once I enable this library, it will take me to the library dashboard where I can see my dashboard for maybe request, or like how much request am I getting, and yeah, things like that. Okay, it's loading. Yeah, so my API is enabled. Let me select this. So as I told you, you'll see some kind of dashboard here. Okay, traffic by response code, error by response code. Okay, these are all statistics figure. I'm not concerned with this. I'm basically going to go to credentials. Just hit credentials, and since I've just created a project and then enabled my library, so I don't have any credentials for now. So what I'm going to do is create credential, and I need an API key, so I'm going to create an API key. After this, you get this API key, you copy this, go back to your Android Studio, and then paste your API key in this Android value section. Okay, now you can run your project. So I'm not sure if I can show you my screen or not, but let me try. So scrcpy, hopefully this works, I'm not sure. And then meanwhile, while this is loading, let me run this. Yeah, so I can see my screen here now. Okay, my screen is loaded. Now my project is being built. Let me just allow it to finish, and then I will see what our output is. Okay, it's taking quite much time now here. Okay, so it's launching now. Yes, so allow the installation. It's already loaded here. Yeah, so what you see is a Google Map activity with scrollable map, and basically the location currently is pointed to Sydney, right? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do something else. We're going to place a button here and then point it towards our preferred location. So let me go to my layout. Let me change this layout. Since we already have one component here, we're going to do something else here now. We're going to add linear layout. Just follow me along what I'm going to do here. Okay, so linear layout, not this height width, I need something else. So width equals to match parent and height equals to match parent. Okay, and also my orientation. Okay, I also need my orientation here. So orientation is going to be vertical. Again, go back, and then we'll not only have a fragment here, but we'll also include a button if it's possible. Let's see. So yeah, just say button and match parent, match, no, the height is going to be wrap content. Okay, and I'm going to place a text here. Just go to London. Yeah, so we'll move our marker, or like we'll move our camera from Sydney to London. So text and then ID, just hit @ plus ID go to. Okay, so this is going to be my first component. Okay, and then okay, did we do something wrong here? @ plus ID go to, what happened here? Let me check. Why is my ID invalid again? Okay, I have my width, height, which is fine. And how do I give my ID? ID go to. I'm not sure why it's showing me any error, but yeah, we'll just continue with this for now. So my ID is go to. Let me go back to my map activity. I have a button. I should actually define it private, but we'll leave it for that for now. Button btn, and just hit and go btn equals to find byid r.id dot go to. Okay, done. I think go to is already a reserved keyword, which is the reason why it's not being accepted. So go to London. Yes, so go to was actually a reserved keyword, that's why it was not accepting it. So okay, I'll just give it go to London, which should be fine now. What we're going to do is we're going to set on click listener here, set on click listener, and then we can also do this and then implement our on click listener interface in the class declaration itself, or like we can do view.on click listener. Both ways are correct. Okay, so I already have my mmap initialized inside this. So what I need to do is I just need to create a new latitude and longitude. I need to add a marker and then move my camera towards that marker. So I'm just going to copy those code and then paste them here. Now I need latitude and longitude for London. I don't know what the latitude and longitude values are. So let's just see London latitude and longitude. Let's check the values. Okay, 51 degrees, 51.5 degrees north, and then 0.1276 degrees west. Okay, so we'll keep this. So okay, not here but here. So this is always going to be a double value. and then 0.17 or something like that. Let me check. Yes, so 0.12 degrees. Okay, so this is a lat long for London, and we're going to set a marker. So for marker, again, we need mmap, which is a Google Map object dot add marker, and then we need new marker options. We need to define position, and then a title. Actually, a title is not actually needed, I guess, but yeah, we'll just keep it there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to not move camera, but we're going to do something else. We're going to animate camera towards London now. Okay, so you can actually see that animation being implemented here. So yeah, so like what this should do is, previously the map should show Sydney, and after that the map and then after that, when we click the button, the map should basically move towards London and then show a marker there. So let me run this and then check our output here. Okay, so as you can see, you have this map pointed towards Sydney, and then we have a button which is called go to London. I'm just going to press that button. So what it does is it basically moves our map, or like moves the camera toward London and then United Kingdom. Also, we can do something else. We can also set zoom to this. Let me check, how do I do this? Set zoom. Zoom. Okay, let me quickly go through this, and then I'll also be able to set this zoom. So animate camera zoom, Android. So yeah, I also do Stack Overflow like you guys. Everything is not in my mind, so you can also do the same thing. New lat long zoom. Okay, so you need to do new lat long zoom instead of this one. So new lat long zoom, and then after that we need to give some zoom value, comma, label. Let's give 15 level zoom, or like, is this too much? What is given here? Let's see. Yeah, so it's 15. Okay, so we'll also do 15. So let's see what happens here. Again, close this bracket, rerun this app. So what this should basically do is, currently if we can see, the map is pretty much zoomed out for now, but now when we've introduced the zoom feature too, it should zoom into London 50x times and then show it to us. So basically London is somewhere here. Let me preload this map so that we can actually see the zoom operation being animated there too. So okay, so London is somewhere around here in United Kingdom, somewhere around here. So yeah, let me just go back to my Sydney marker again, and then come back to London here. So go to London, and then we zoom into London like 15x times, and then it shows me the exact location whose latitude and longitude is the values that we've given, and then it just places the marker on the center of the screen, and then all other portions are visible. So yeah, this is how you integrate Google Map, and then you can also switch through different places in it and then try out your own thing in Google Map. Maybe you can point it to your house or your schools or colleges or your offices or something like that. And then if you're thinking from a very broad perspective, so basically if you want to maybe list out restaurants or maybe list out hospitals in your application, so basically you need the latitude and longitude value of those, and then you can list them out in your application. So yeah, this was it. I'll come back again with some more using Google Maps. So like what we'll do in the upcoming video is place a search bar here and then use the search feature to like go to a particular location based on the location keyword that we've inserted. Okay, we'll do that in the upcoming video. So this is for now. For my students, please follow this, try this, and then if you have any queries, do contact me. I'll help you out. So I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.